In the previous sessions, we learned the fundamentals such as why having your own business is vital for building your own wealth. We discovered the 3 recession-proof industries, and we learned which tools you can use to build your business when you have limited budget to start with. Now let's look at creating your own brand. Why should you even have a brand? Well, brand is your name, your reputation. Your own brand is the most important asset you can create. A strong brand makes the difference whether you can charge $50 or $10,000 for a product. Look at Apple. Why can Apple charge 3 or 4 times more for a notebook than any other manufacturer? Sure, the hardware is great and the software is awesome and it all works really well together, but is it really that much more expensive to manufacture? No, but Apple can set prices high because it's a textbook example of a strong brand. What you really need is to become the number one brand in your industry. In your niche, you have to be the number one name that people recognize. So how do you find the right name for your brand? You have 2 options of presenting yourself. You can present yourself as a company, or you can present yourself as a person. If you present yourself as a company, for example, design studio, or software team, restaurant, or accountants, for example, it may be perceived as more professional. It promotes your business. It's useful in B2B environments, or it's good when you have a larger team. If you present yourself as a person, for example, a consultant, painter, furniture maker, a chef, teacher, an artist, or a coach, it's easier for you to connect one-on-one with your clients. It promotes yourself, and you can carry your personal brand anywhere you go, even if you change jobs. 10 years ago, I would have chosen the first option. Now I will choose the personal brand in most cases. If we are talking about coaching or any form of online training, then personal brand is definitely the way to go. Because the personal brand is your strongest asset. It's you, your skills, your personality, who you are as a person, that all comes under your personal brand. And even if you create multiple different products, you can put them under your personal brand. And your personal brand can cover many different things that you create. So even if you go to online courses, ebooks, podcasts, or coaching, you can have them named differently. They can have a product names, but they'll all be under your personal brand. So where to get ideas for names and logos? If you want ideas for a business or brand name, you can go to websites like nameleaks.com. It's a business name generator and it also creates logos for you. Or you can go to Shopify Business Name Generator. Check out the bonus cheat sheet for links to additional resources. Now here is a crazy thing coming from a former graphic designer. Do not spend much money on logo design. Yes, branding is important, but if you are just trying to start a business on a small budget, logo is not that critically important. You can uplift your logo later once you are making enough money. If you really want a logo, you can just Google stock logos and find dozens of providers, or you can go to websites like 99 Designs, have one created for you in a contest. You can go to BrandCrowd or Smashing Logo, or just go to Fiverr and have one designed for you. But if you really want a good timeless logo, I know a guy who can design one for you for about $500. He's the best graphic artist I had the pleasure to work with in my entire career. But as I said, if you are just starting out and have a limited budget, don't spend too much money on a logo. It's not worth it. When you're creating your product, you want to name your concepts. You want to name your concepts or solutions or products or systems correctly. You want to make it memorable. Name each of your key concepts so you can leverage it with marketing later. A good name can change the perceived value of your idea 10 times or more. For example, you can teach people how to lose weight, or you can teach them the perfect fat burn method. Which sounds better to you? Use power words. Check out David Ogilvy's Most Powerful Words. David Ogilvy is one of the best copywriters, and some of the best advertisements have been written by him, so he certainly knew his stuff. There is a link to David Ogilvy's Most Powerful Words on the resources page. So what are the key takeaways? Spend some time on creating your brand. Your personal brand is the best asset you can create for yourself. And it's something that will stick with you, that will travel with you anywhere you go. And even if you decide to work for a company for a while, or if you need to change jobs, your personal brand will still stay with you. Don't spend $1,000 on a logo. Spend your time and money on research and creating your product. You can always uplift your logo later on once your business starts generating some money. To increase the perceived value of your service or your product, name your concepts right. So spend some time thinking about how are you going to name your concepts, your key ideas, your products. If you name them right, you can increase the perceived value of your service 10 times. So in the next session, we will look at creating your product.